But yeah, good afternoon to our first official live and welcome on the Nubian Mumpreneurs page. And I want to thank you all for following us, for wanting to know what this whole space is all about. And yeah, I'm really, really excited for our chat today. So the chat will be with myself and Dami, who is my co-founder. We're both on this journey together. We're both the founders of this platform, and we just really want to share today what Nubian Mumpreneurs is all about, why it even came to existence, and why we felt like a space like this was needed. So, okay, we sent a request. Okay, let me let you in, Dummy.
Hi. Hi. Hold
Yeah.
on. Yeah, I am, but I don't know. Can you see me or what?
Yes, I can see you.
You can? Okay.
Yes, I can see you.
Like
Let me
properly?
see.
I'm just trying to
Yes, yes,
adjust my
yes.
angle. Okay. All
Yes,
right.
I can see you. I can see you. Awesome. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Feeling great. Yeah, I'm feeling great. So obviously we wanted to do this live to actually introduce ourselves. We are the faces behind this amazing page of Nubian Mumpreneurs Club, and we just wanted to share our journey and why we decided this space was needed. So I'm just going to ask you a few questions about, the whole establishment of Nubian Mumpreneurs, why we did it, and then yeah, we can just bounce back off each other.
Yeah,
Sound good?
sure. Let's get into it.
Awesome.
Let's get into it.
Awesome, cool. So yeah, so what inspired you to want to start Nubian Mompreneurs page? Um, like obviously you had a vision, nothing just is created. There's a vision first. So where did that vision come from? What was your inspiration and why do you feel like something like this was needed?
I mean, so the inspiration behind it was and still is my desire to see Black women elevated, my desire to see Black women winning. So I didn't know what that looked like initially. And I had a previous business that was servicing Black women in a very different way, focusing on a
Mm,
very particular thing to do with financial, building and stuff like that, or fundraising. It was very specific. So when I gave birth and became a mother, I realized like, wow, this journey, this journey is not easy. This journey of motherhood itself, and I was like, oh my god, like, what am I kind of panicked a little bit, like all of the ideas that I have in my mind and stuff that I want to do. Yet now I'm a mother, my pace is going to be so different. Will I even have a pace? Will I be able to do anything? Will I be able to still achieve my dreams and goals? Or is that all down the drain? Because I'd seen so many, so many women and men wrongly kind of state like, want to have a child, that's it. Your own goals and your own dreams are done over. Like, that's it. Or until the kid is like 18 and out of the house. And it was like, wow, that's a very long time. That's a very long time to wait. So I was like, no, 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 we still need to have a pace. And I know this journey for Black women, we cannot do it by ourselves because there are just so many barriers that we face, right? There are so many difficulties that we have against us that we can't do it alone. We can't do it by ourselves. And that is why the community was so, so important to me. And I started looking around and didn't see anything like this, what we then created. And then basically, God, the universe, karma, whatever you want to call it, everything, led me, I believe, to you, Wendy. And that's how you became part of this journey as well. So yeah, but that was it for me. Black women winning and elevating was and is my goal.
oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Absolutely. And I feel really, really aligned because for me, everybody who knows me knows I've always been a big on women empowerment, seeing women win in general. But for me, I've been in online businesses in the previous years, and I've been building network marketing businesses. So anybody who knows about network marketing is really about attracting like-minded people to you, your tribe. And I was able to build a team of amazing women, and most of them happen to be Black. And I find in life, you always attract your tribe.
Mhm.
People come to you because they're either similar to you, they relate to you, they resonate with you. And
Yeah.
being part of that journey, being able to help people, mentor them, coach them, and just seeing them blossom, that has really, really inspired me. And I'm just like, okay. So when we spoke about this whole idea of, okay, we both have that in common. We want to see Black
Mm.
women win, we want to see Black women succeed. And the beauty as well, we are both mothers. So we know that, okay, mothers, they need more. And as part of my network marketing business, I've seen like younger girls without children, they're able to succeed a bit quicker because they don't
Mm.
have that responsibility. They
Mm.
can, they can work till like whatever time they want. They have
Yeah.
flexibility. They can travel. You can go to this meeting in London, this meeting in LA, and do all of that. But we don't have that. So we have to
Yeah.
network within ourselves and try and find the skills within ourselves. So the fact that, we're mothers, we needed a community full of mothers as well, and a community full of women that we can resonate with and we can relate to. So yeah, like you said, the universe led you to me. And for me, I believe everything happens at the right time, because just before you spoke to me, I literally just invested in a coaching program, because my mission for 2022, because that was like late December we spoke, and my mission for 2022 was, okay, I needed to step up the game, and I really, really wanted to help and inspire people. So the fact that this idea came about, and I literally started just looking at a name in January. What do we want to name this? We had nothing. It was all starting from solely an idea to
Mm.
creating what we have now created and launching in March. Like, I think it's absolutely incredible. It's exciting, and yeah, I'm just so excited. So I want to ask you, what is your vision for this? Where do you see this going, and what impact do you want to have?
Oh my God, where I want this to go is, definitely, we have to start in our own home, in our own locality, isn't it? So definitely I want it to be, one of the biggest communities in the UK, just because that's where we both are. At least to start from in the UK, the biggest community for Black women, for Black mothers to, to meet, to form friendships, relationships, to find business partners. I want it to be one of the strongest communities in the UK, then in Europe, then the world. If you're gonna dream big, right? So yeah,
Absolutely.
I want it to be a place where like you can find everything and anything you need to elevate in every area of your life, literally, from the mind all the way down to like what can I actually do to have another source of income? What can I actually do in business? How do I do, I want everything to be in this one stop shop, if that makes sense,
Mm,
you know?
absolutely.
So yeah, that's where I want
Yeah.
it to go.
I love it. I love it. And again, alignment, because for me as well, it's about just bringing those women together. And I always say collaboration over competition. And I don't know about you, but I've like experienced in the past, like just Black women not really wanting to collaborate and seeing everything as a competition, wanting to be better, or, not wanting to support you because they may feel like it takes something away from them. And that is one of the things that I know I want to stop, because at the end of the day, I believe we live in an abundant world and we can all win. So, yeah, together we can do so much more. We can win, we can achieve so many things. So, for this platform, I really just want us to bring those Black women together and just show that we don't have to compete with each other.
Yeah.
We're stronger together, and we can really support each other, and we all bring something different to the table, because there is only one there's no other Dami that is just like you. There's no other Wendy. So why are you comparing yourself or competing with any other person? Whereas we all have our unique self, our unique gifts, and imagine how beautiful it'll be when we all come together. So yeah. That is
I
definitely a
love that.
big thing for me.
And I think there has been a shift, like in the past couple of years, probably even prior to 2020, and we saw the whole Black Lives Matter thing. I think I was seeing a shift for a couple of years. In the past, definitely Black women had this, or even the Black community as a whole had this attitude of like me and mine only, kind of, or competition. But now
Yeah.
it's recently started to change, and the Black community are like, oh no, we all can win, we all need to pull each other in, we all need to support each other. And I'm seeing that especially in Black women. It's like, oh no, 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 we are actually stronger together, so let's pull each other in and let's lift each other up. So I'm noticing that shift, and it's great, it's great to see.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But yeah, I think it's really with all to do with mindset, because
Mm.
for a woman to even feel like, oh, you're competing with somebody else, it's like it's your mindset is not quite where it needs to be.
Yeah.
And mindset is my whole thing because I really, really believe mindset is 80% of success. So if the way you think, the way you feel, and your thoughts about yourself and the world you live in, if it's not serving you, if it's not supporting you, you're always going to do things to sabotage yourself. So you may know how to do this. You may get like a blueprint how to be a millionaire, how to be successful. But if your mindset is not right, you're not that kind of person. So, and I think, I mean, we see it. We see lottery winners that win the lottery and within 2 years they're broke again because they've never really developed that mindset to actually
Mm.
be a wealthy person. Because
Mm.
millionaires think very, very different to people that earn minimum wage, right? So it's
Yeah.
about becoming that person, it's about developing that mindset. And I just know there's just so much work to do, especially within the Black community. And I know our mission is to really help and elevate women and just change lives, change lives.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
wait.
I want. Could you imagine when? I'm not gonna say if. I'm gonna say when there's like a Black woman, a Black mother who like launches a £1 million or $1 million business, and she started off in the Nubian Mumpreneurs Club. Like
Yeah,
she creates something amazing in the world. That would be fantastic. That would be cool.
that is the future. I mean, that is our vision. We really want women that come through this platform to feel like, okay, they're part of a community that's truly helping them see results and change their lives. So yeah, I
Yeah,
think I think
yeah.
this is going to be absolutely incredible. I mean, in terms of, because obviously we know, like, we have our audience, we have our niche, we have the type of women we want to attract. But what do
Mm.
you see, like, what is your vision in terms of what type of woman do you want in this club?
I want a woman who is ready to bet on herself. Yeah. I want a woman who knows that she has a lot of work to do on herself, knows that she doesn't have it all figured out. And so that in itself, for you to know that means you're already in quite a, further stage along in your self development because you're already self aware. There's a lot of people walking around who are not even self aware that they need work done on themselves. So we want that
Absolutely.
woman who's already in that stage. We want a woman who is who understands that yeah, we need to support Black women just because. No ifs and buts, just because that's that. That's the kind of mindset I want. We want a woman who understands like yeah, collaboration makes us all stronger, as you said before, not competition. We want a woman who's willing to invest in herself financially and in other areas as
Yeah.
well, but including financially. Let's be straight up because neither of us have got to this point without investing in ourselves. So we want a woman who also understands the necessity of that. Um, yeah, and we want a woman who just wants to become better, wants to become better in all aspects of her life. There's areas of her life where she wants to, she's not quite happy with, and she wants to change. And she realizes that, and she knows that maybe, okay, I don't have the answers myself. I can't change all of this myself. So let me reach out to my group of sisters who can give me the answers I need that I can go and implement and develop those areas of my life that I'm not happy with and then become happy in those areas of my life, if that makes sense.
Of course, absolutely. And I love what you said about self-awareness because, like you said, a lot of women are not even self-aware. A lot of women have never done any personal development on themselves or read a
Mm.
book or know that there's another life outside then, 9 to 5, coming home, watching EastEnders and, just chilling and going to bed and doing the same the next day. So a lot of women don't know that. And I know because many, many years ago, I was that woman. And it's not until I read my first personal development book that I was like, whoa, there's a whole new world out there. Like, knowledge is power. And if you
Mm.
don't know that, okay, there is knowledge. There are actually people that are successful and they're not doctors, lawyers, and engineers. They've actually built successful businesses and they're millionaires. Like back in the days, like the idea of being a millionaire just seemed so foreign. Like it was like unrealistic. But now it's just like we see people doing it, and you don't even need to have a degree to be a millionaire. You don't need to be a lawyer. You don't need to be a
Yeah.
doctor. And it's incredible that, many women are not self aware. And for me, when I've invested in my first ever coaching program, I remember this was December 2019. And I got to a stage where I'm like, I've done everything. I mean, I was already on a personal development journey. So I've read the books, I've done like little courses and stuff like that. But I was like, okay, I've taken myself as far as I can take myself. I need a coach. I need somebody who can take me to the next level. And because you know that you don't know it all. And I think that's it. It's being humble enough to actually know you don't know everything. You can't figure everything out. And those free YouTube videos are going to give you motivation, but they're not going to show you the how. So you have to find people who have done what you want to do or who have been where you want to go and plug into them. And this has been what has changed my life. Plug into a community. I was saying, plugging into a coach and plugging into somebody who has achieved the things I want to achieve. Success leaves clues, and there's already a blueprint out there that anything
Mm.
you want to achieve, if you have the right mindset and the right guidance and the right people, like the right community to hold you accountable and support you, you can really, really achieve anything you want to achieve. And I think that's what more Black women need. More Black women need to realize that life doesn't have to be just average. You can live the most extraordinary life, but
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
you need to plug into the right people.
I love that. A couple of points that you've made, I want to pick up on. The last point you just made, life doesn't need to be average. I totally agree with that. I think myself and my husband had totally have that, life belief. Like life doesn't need to be average. You don't need to just survive. We are here and we can thrive. We can thrive, not
Absolutely.
just survive. And the other thing you mentioned, it just made me think of back in probably 2010, anyway, many, many years ago, when, if you remember when Alexandra Burke, the singer, so
Yeah.
she won, then some years later she came back as one of the judges on the X Factor. She
Mm,
was filling in for someone.
yeah.
And I remember that period, she got she got slammed by so many. I was seeing so many black women slamming her because they didn't like maybe what she was saying, or they didn't like how she was saying it, even though she was just being her authentic self. And even I remember even back then, many, many years ago, I was like, no, 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 we cannot publicly slam this lady because she is one of the few black faces that look like us that we see out there in the industry that is actually doing so well. We cannot bring
Mm,
her down. We need to support her. Like, I don't even care what she's saying. And even back
mm,
then, I had this belief. And there was a girl, I remember there was a black, I was saying that to, I was chatting with a girl, and then she was like, no, I'm not gonna just support her like just because she's black. And I was like, oh hell yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. That's exactly what we should do because she's a
100%.
black woman, and there's not many that look like her who are in the public eye for positive reasons. That's exactly why we should, just because she's black. So I've had this
Absolutely.
feeling for a long, long time. Even when black women were saying to me, "No, I'm not doing that just because she's a black woman." No, yeah, yes, we are. Yes, we need to.
Absolutely. Yes. And I think it's sad that Black women actually can say that because at the end of the day, like it's not like we get that much support from, you know, the
Yeah,
Caucasians or people that are not black. So if we can't support ourselves, like who is? And this is the
exactly.
thing. And I mean, it goes back to, you know, us self-love and everything. It goes back to if we can't love ourselves, who is going to love us? So that's the thing. Like, especially with black women, women in themselves, like we are one. So especially black women, we are one. So
Yeah,
if I'm succeeding, I want my fellow black women to succeed as well.
exactly.
So
Period. Period.
that's it. So why slam her or why make her shrink herself? And I think that's another thing. I think it's believed, or a lot of people's thought process is that it's okay for black people to shrink themselves, or they expect black people to shrink themselves. And I mean, even some of the parents from previous generations, you know, like some of the kids, we've been brought up in a way that, okay, don't be too noticeable, don't get, you know, because if there's trouble out there in schools, it's the black person that they will pick on first. So it's always like, oh, you know, calm down, like don't be too noticeable, like take a step back. So all of that, we've been programmed to shrink ourselves as black people. And yeah, that just needs to stop, because we should be bold, we should be authentic, and we should do everything we can to step into our greatness and not let anybody stop us.
I
So
love what you just said. I love that because black women are told so often to humble ourselves. We are always being humbled by
yeah,
somebody or another. And it's like, wait, why is it just us that is always being told to be
that's
humble
it.
and shrink? And
So
it's like, no, humility is a wonderful thing, but that doesn't mean shrinking yourself to make somebody else feel more comfortable. No.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And for me, it took a long time for me to actually get to that place where I have that self-belief, because I was like, for many, many years, I was shrinking myself, and I was like putting other people first, and, you know, making sure I shine the light on other people, but not shining the light on myself. And it is not until I started really working on myself to actually start, and it's a lot to do with self-belief, because once I started believing in myself and how great and wonderful I am and what value and asset I am to the world, I started shining a light on me. I started being bold and authentic, and have my self-expression and everything. So yeah, I think that is really, really important. And
I just
starting
got
with,
chills when you said like how wonderful I am because I just love hearing black women like praise themselves. I love it.
that's
I love it.
it.
And we need to get the fact that I got chills means we're not seeing that enough. We're not hearing that
Enough.
enough. So
Hmm,
I
hmm.
love that. Sorry to interrupt.
No, absolutely. And like you said, we need more Black women to feel like that. And I think that's where community comes in. Because for me, when I joined the coaching program and I saw other Black women seeing something that I never even dreamt of in the past, and just seeing she looks like me, you know, she talks like me, she has a similar upbringing as me, and she has achieved that. There is nothing stopping me. Like, the only thing stopping me is me. You know, there is like literally no outside forces stopping me from achieving what I want. And
Yeah.
it's, if I wouldn't have seen that, I wouldn't have believed that.
Yeah.
So more Black women need to be in communities and surrounded by the right people who can show them that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what you just said has just actually made me remember one of my friends. She's one of my dear friends and I love her to pieces. But one thing with her is her mindset is not where it should be. And I've been telling her that over several years. Like I've taken her to different things, different courses, different programs, different self-development things, in a bid to like inspire her, motivate her because I know how much potential she has. And I think that's what hurts me. I know how good she could be, but she doesn't know how good she could be. And even when
Mm,
we went to a coaching program in the UK by one of the biggest coach companies in the UK. I don't want to say any
mm,
names or whatever. So
mm.
we went just to learn about, coaching as a business and how to start it and everything and NLP and just interesting stuff. And then we were hearing from these different people and presenters that had built their own coaching businesses from scratch, and they had very, similar backgrounds. My dear friend, who I love to pieces, but she was there, and all she was seeing was picking apart, like, okay, well, she made it because of this. She did it because she has this, and this. I don't have that. So that's why I can't achieve that same result. So she literally sat there the whole time and told herself reasons why those presenters up there that we were both watching made it, and why what she did not have that they had. And I was like, this is exactly what I'm saying. This is mindset. You're already blocking yourself, and we're still here in the training. You're already blocking yourself from doing this, and I know you can do it, It's frustrating. It's frustrating, and I don't want Black women to limit themselves.
Definitely. I can totally relate because I know people, and yeah, definitely. It's so easy to look at somebody and they're like, oh, she's got rich parents, so that's why it's easier for her to build success, or this person's got this. But what about people that don't even have it as good as you? I've seen people being so successful. I know people personally who built 6, 7 figure businesses who didn't have it as good as me. So if they can do it, I can do it. And that's the attitude and mindset people need to have. And I always say in life, you don't get what you want, you get what you believe. So if you believe you can't do it because of the hand that you've been dealt, you won't get it. No matter how much you want it, you won't achieve that level of success. But if you truly believe that, okay, no matter what, I will get there, I will achieve it. I genuinely believe I'm going to be a millionaire. My money is just not all here yet, but I genuinely believe it. And it's coming.
Yes, I love that. I love that.
It's coming. But if I didn't believe it, there will be so much doubt. And like you said before, the universe, the God, whatever you believe in, it responds to you. So if one minute you're like, oh, I want to be a millionaire, I want to be a millionaire, then the universe is going to think like, okay, she wants to be a millionaire. Let's start making waves for her. And then the next minute you're like, I want to be a millionaire, but I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. The universe is going to be like, okay, she don't think we can do it. Let's remove opportunities, literally. And that's how it works. You get what you put out there. You get what you believe. So you have to make sure that your thought process and your beliefs generally support what you want from your life. So yeah, it's a lot, and I think this is why we have our 5 pillars, our 5 categories in the Nubian Mumpreneurs Club, because creating the life that you want, it just doesn't take one areas. And I think this is why both of us just felt like, okay, we need a community that encompasses quite a few things, because we have seen other programs where they teach you how to do business, and that's literally it. You join the community and all you learn is the how to do this. And a lot of people don't achieve results because, yes, you're learning how to do it, but you're not learning the mindset behind it, the limiting beliefs, and what other areas in your life you need to work on. So, for example, some people might work on the how to in the business, but your health is lacking. Because your health is lacking, you're not getting enough sleep, or you're not doing this, which all impacts your productivity. So that's why we decided, like, okay, in order for Black women to truly win, they can't just focus on one area of their lives. There are 5 important areas, obviously, including motherhood, because we're all mothers. And there needs to be, whereas, balance is not always achievable, but there needs to be harmony. And when I say harmony, what is meant is like not leaving one area unbalanced for too long, because you can calm down and work on your business, and then your relationship with your children, your relationship with your partner is having an impact. Your health is having an impact. So like, you might be making that money in your business, but what's the point? You're not truly happy, and you're not enjoying your money because you're so unhealthy. Exactly. I once listened to a podcast where this woman was talking about how she really hustled and grinded in her business, but her health took a big hit. And she had all of this money, but she couldn't even leave her bed because she was so unwell. So I'm like, what is the point of that? Like, what is the point of having all that money, but you can't even enjoy it because your health is so bad? So I think it's so important to work on everything, not just on one area. And this is what
Yeah.
I believe the Nubian Mumpreneurs is there to serve the ladies and to just remind them and help them achieve success in each of those 5 areas that we focus on.
Yeah, and for those who may not know it yet, the 5 pillars that we focus on are, first of all, first and foremost, mindset. As we've said, we believe it's 80% of anything that you do or achieve in this life, followed by personal wealth, because we believe that you need to get your own personal finances in order before you start to think about, oh, what business can I do or what side hustle can I do. If you're literally in that phase or space of like survival, you need to get out of that. You need to get out of that space before. Followed by business building, because by now, hopefully, your personal finances are, looking a lot better. And then now you can start to become creative and think of, okay, what can I do to earn extra income? Followed by health and well-being, because what you've just said, there's no point achieving all this success, making all this money, and then you can't get out of your bed because you're so sick. There's no point to that. And then finally, our fifth pillar is motherhood, because the majority of us are mothers, even at the point where there will be women inside our community who are not mothers yet. They one day want to become mothers, or want to learn about that journey before they're on that journey. That's absolutely fine as well. So those are the 5, and we believe those are the 5 areas that were so important to us, that
Yeah.
are impactful to us in our personal lives, and we felt like these are the important areas we all need to work on. And yeah, so that's how we got there.
Yeah, and I absolutely agree. And I like what you said about the personal wealth, because a lot of people might ask, oh, how can I, like, why shouldn't I build my business first? Because the business is going to give me wealth. But no, it doesn't work that way, because you need to secure your finances first. Because once you then start a business, you don't want to start from like a desperate energy. You want to make sure you feel abundant and you're generally doing the business to either serve people with your service or your product. So you want to make sure, yeah, people are actually achieving and getting results with the product or service you're providing. So if that desperate energy is there, you're not going to show up fully. You're not going to do what you got to do. Your heart is not going to be focused on serving people. So yeah, that's why. And I think I'm really, really excited, because people don't actually know like the unlimited opportunities out there when it comes to creating personal finance. People just think, okay, I need to work, or I need to start a business. But there is so much out there. There is so many investments. There is cryptocurrency. There is so much. And I just feel like, especially as Black women, like we have very, very little knowledge of what's out there. And because we have little knowledge, we are skeptical, to invest in ourselves, to invest in things. And there is a certain reason the wealthy are wealthy and the wealthy stay wealthy, because they know things that we don't know. And that gets circulated within their community. They don't share it with us. So being part of this community is allowing us, because I know both of ourselves, like me and you, we are investing in ourselves, as well as, we're here helping the community, teaching the community. But we're also like, we've got coaches, we've got high level people that we plug into, and we're learning things. And those things are what we're going to bring back to the community and really help, because we are serious about Black women building wealth and we want to help more people. So the things that we learn, we're not going to keep it to ourselves. We're going to share it with the community. We're going to help you figure out, okay, how can you really live an abundant life? How can you have more than just one income stream? Because there are actually 7 income streams out there in order for us to really build success and achieve a nice, successful life, especially in the UK. With the price of living costs and everything that is going on, there's no way you can survive on one income stream. There is no way.
No, absolutely. I'm so excited, like, for the future of this club, honestly. And I'm still hyped from one of the coaching calls we had last night. And, the energy in the room, it just really solidified to both of us that, we're doing the right thing. We're on the right road. And yeah, I'm just excited.
Absolutely. And I definitely agree. I'm really, really excited. I'm excited about the women that are in the community. I'm excited about what they're going to get out of it. And just the fact that we have been attracting the kind of women that we want. All the women
Yeah,
in our community are absolutely amazing. They
yeah,
genuinely want to win in life.
yeah.
And for me, I just envision, because one of the things that we're going to, apart from our weekly calls, we're planning things like events, where we can actually all get together and synergize and be together, and really, that energy is powerful when you're together in one room. And also things like masterminds and retreats. So I'm just literally, last night I was visualizing like hundreds of Black women, like all dressed up, looking all luxurious on a cruise ship, living our dream lives, because that is literally what I envision. I envision all of us to create wealth and be wealthy enough that if you wanted to book a vacation, if you wanted to go on a retreat or a mastermind, we can all just do it easily and have the
Yes.
best time and connect. And yeah, it's going to be amazing. Like the vision we have for this club is going to be incredible. And I'm so excited.
So am I. And one of the ladies said something a couple of weeks back, and she said, she had achieved this, she had achieved something that she didn't believe she could beforehand, and she was so happy and excited that she'd done it. She got the confidence to do it from the club, and then she was happy when she achieved it, but then she didn't know who to tell. She was like, oh God, who can I speak to about this? And then she remembered, oh my God, I'm in the Nubian Mumpreneurs Club. They're my tribe now. I could literally tell them like good news like this. And I was like, yes, that is
Yes,
it. That is it. That is the exact point of this whole thing. You have that safe place where you can come and stunt, you can come and brag, you can come and praise, like, big up yourself. Yes, we want to see that. We want to see that.
absolutely. No, I love that. I love that. You have, like you said, you have that. We, your new sisterhood, you have that sisterhood. You have those people you feel like you can be authentic and vulnerable to. And yeah, we're going to hold your hand every part of this journey, because we truly, truly want to see every single person win and get results. So yeah, I believe we're going to achieve our vision. I believe this is going to be incredible, and it's going to help so, so many people.
Absolutely. And thank you, Wendy, for being part of this journey with me. Like, I literally cannot imagine doing this journey with anyone else. Like, you're the yin to my yang, if that makes sense.
I
Yeah,
love it. I
no,
love it. I
literally,
love it.
we're so opposite in what in the way we think sometimes, but yet we're so similar. And
Yes,
it's
yeah,
just hard. It's just so rare to find someone that you're so different from, but yet you're so aligned, and it just
yeah,
works perfectly. So I'm very
perfectly.
grateful. I'm very grateful.
No, as am I, as am I. I was just telling my husband, like, it's like this partnership was a match made in heaven, because it's like, yes, like you said, we are very similar in terms of maybe how we work or personalities, but like the vision is the same. We are very
Mm,
aligned, and like my weaknesses are your strength, and your weaknesses are my strength, and I think that is perfect. Like there couldn't have been a better partnership, and yeah, together like we make things happen. And
yeah, yeah.
to be honest, because a lot of people didn't believe that this vision just started beginning of January, and we launched in March. We had nothing. We didn't even have a name, but we made everything happen. So I'm really, really proud of what we have achieved so far. And I'm excited about where we're going, because I know it's going to
Yeah,
be incredible.
it is, and we plan to bring everyone along this journey with us. So one of the things we are going to aim to do is do a live session at least once a week. We're going to hold ourselves to that. We've put it out there now, so
That's
we have to
it.
do it.
Yeah, you guys hold us accountable, because accountability is a big thing again in the community as well, and that's why we need a community. I mean, you guys on our Instagram, our followers, you are part of our community. So us putting it out there is for you guys to hold us accountable.
Amazing.
Awesome. So thank you so much for doing this live with me. And yeah, I don't know if you have any final words to say to anybody who may, because I think there may be a few types of women. So we obviously we have put it out there. People see our name. We're Nubian Mumpreneurs. But what would you say to women that say, okay, what if I'm not a mom? Because I know I've had that question before. What if I'm not a mom? Is this not for me then? Or what if I'm not a Black woman? Is this not for me then? What would you say to them?
um, if you're not a mom yet, but you desire to, you desire to be in that role one day, then this club will absolutely work for you. It will still work for you because you're going to learn from women who are in that journey right now. And, I wish I had something like this before I became a mom because it would have, it would have made me not panic as much as I did, as much as I did, leading up to the birth and everything. Once I found out I was pregnant, there was so many questions in my head, like, oh, as I said before, can I still do this? Can I still achieve that? All of those things would have been alleviated if I was already in a
Mm,
community like this.
mm,
All of the things that I went through, even throughout pregnancy and stuff, I would have had like a safe space of Black moms because you can join as many breastfeeding mommy groups as you want, but when they're not aligned to you in terms of the women are similar to you, your background and everything, there are still questions that you can't ask, you don't know how to ask. So this is still a safe space for someone like you. So if you're not a mom, you are absolutely welcome. You are absolutely welcome in the club. It's for women. It's for Black women. So people who identify as of Black ancestry. If you don't identify as of Black or mixed Black ancestry at all, or in any way, or you're not Caribbean or you're not African heritage, it's not for you. It's not for you. Then that's that.
I like your directness. I like your bluntness. Yeah. I mean, I would agree in terms of if you're not a mom, yes, this is still for you. I mean, I know people who are not a mom, but everything that we teach in the community, they will get value of it. So obviously, we do have our Mother's Corner where we talk about motherhood related issues. But even if you're not a mom, you will get so much value from it. And I've actually had somebody said to me that, oh my God, like, even though I'm not a mom, I need something like this because I always question myself, what's the motherhood journey look like? And like you said, like, can I still do this? Can I still do that? And many future moms are thinking about things like that. So if you're not a mom, this is definitely a community that will help you and that will prepare you for that motherhood journey. So obviously the motherhood journey is unique and individual to you all, but we all share similarities, and it takes a village to raise a child. So something I may not know, somebody else in the club will know that, we can give you advice and guidance to really help sure this journey will be as simple or easy as possible for you. Again, if you're not a Black woman, this probably won't resonate, just to be completely honest. Like if you're not a Black woman, we're going to talk about issues related to Black women. And, because there are a lot of things that Black women have been affected by, society issues and things like that, that only Black women can relate to. So you won't be able to join in those discussions, like respectfully. If you're not a Black woman, you probably won't even want to join. Like we always say, it's your vibe that attracts your tribe. So if you're not a Black woman, you probably won't be attracted to this. But if you're a Black woman, this is your tribe. You want to be part of this because it's going to be incredible.
Yes, perfect answer. You said it in a much more mindful way.
Awesome. All right. And I think, do you have any more questions for me?
No, I think because everything you've asked me, you then told me your own version. So yeah, I love that.
Perfect. Awesome. Yeah. So that's it for today, guys. So we'll be back next week. So like Dami said earlier, we're going to be doing a live every single week on the Nubian Mumpreneurs page. But if you missed this one, we're going to save it in the newsfeed. So watch the replay, leave your comments, let us know what you think. If you have any questions, send us a DM and we will be able to, and we would love to answer any questions that you have. And yeah, really help you become part of the community, because we know it's gonna benefit you and you're gonna get so much value from it.
Absolutely. We're just getting started. We have so much planned and yeah, you'll definitely hear about it and we can't wait to welcome you into the community. If you feel this is, a good place for you, just join us, check it out for yourself.
Absolutely. Amazing. All right, Dami. Thanks so much and enjoy the
Thank
rest
you.
of your day.
And you. Mwah.
Bye. Bye.